I am within you, and you are within me. You are not below, you are only above. I am pouring forth my spirit on the earth and bringing all of the world's systems to the point where they accept my power's rule in the days that now confront the nations. You are my massive end-of-world army. You are my handmaids and servants. You committed to me, and I am capable of keeping it. Decided to participate in what I am doing right now. Choose to be my bond slave and make yourself available. 247. That decision is significant and life-altering. You must forsake all worldly notions and ideologies derived from men's warped brains. This is the time to turn to me for everything you need to get through this difficult time, since I will be found trustworthy in your life. I am the rock, and I am your rock, cut out of the mountain to shatter man's image and his idols, but also to provide you with a source of refreshment amid a miracle that will not harm or diminish you in any way. Many people will accept responsibility for what I plan to accomplish. They will say, "Worship me," and "Look to me." Behold and marvel, but do not be misled in any way. Even though the plagues of Egypt reduced a huge empire to dust and ashes, I kept God's children safe. Even so, I can keep you, and I am keeping you, and I will keep you in the days to come. Do not be terrified, nor should your heart be concerned. Look to the rock, which bore and gave birth to you. You, like me, are not a part of the global system. Because I am in you and you are in me, neither the grave nor death can hold you. The gospel breaks the bond between sin and death, and the freedom that my life provides sets you free from the grip of fear. My heavenly life is now deeply rooted and embedded within you, and everything that opposes life is now withdrawing in chaos. Accept the life that I am for you now, and not only live it, but thrive in a position of trust because you were purchased at the price of Calvary. I am a kind and generous Father, and whatever you are dealing with now is within my control. When you are weak, I will be there to support you. I'll walk ahead of you to illuminate the path through the darkness. Though the path may appear hazy and answers may be difficult to come by, know that your security is not in the explanations, rationales, or solutions that men may provide. Even if I am pouring my anointing oil from the apothecary of heaven, purifying my lamps of their oils, and bringing fresh, purified oil into the earth 7 times, so that my people may walk in the light of my counsels. It is time to separate the chaff from the wheat and bring the wheat into my garner. I have gathered you and safeguarded you, and now you will see as I pass over the globe to demonstrate my glory and proclaim my magnificence. There are glimmers of what is of human origin all around you. I now command you to abandon any tainted light source of false revelation. They claimed that I sent them, and they said, "Thus saith the Lord," but I tell you that they are completely dark. You attempted to persuade yourself of their claims, and you avoided the reality that they were simply walking in the light of their fire. Turn your attention to me right now, and I will guide you out. Your place and portion are to have a face-to-face interaction with me, refusing to shift your gaze away from the things and people dealing with in the outskirts of life around you. Feel my hands on you as I purge with my right hand and embrace you with my left in bridal affection. This is the hour that changes the world, and the hour when what your heart has longed for manifests in you and all around you in a split second. Do not let people dilute the power of my witness within you. I am moving right now, unleashing all the strength and grace you will require to prevail in an instant. I am moving with my hand and always speaking to provide you with the information and direction you have requested. My voice is the one shouting over your shoulder, saying, "This is how you walk in it." In the space between your thoughts, you will hear me clearly and unequivocally leading you in the right way and assisting you in making the right decision at the appropriate time. I am improving your ability to hear and understand what you need to know to break through opposition and defeat the enemy warriors deployed against you. Spiritual deafness is a devastating illness, since my voice is the means of delivery for my kingdom. My kingdom is reflected in my speech, and vice versa. As you hear, your captivity will end. Hearing my voice instills justice, peace, and joy. Nobody should rob you of this joy by putting their hands over your ears and saying, "Don't listen. Your Father speaks, not anybody else." Your Creator sends the healing word that brings the miracle into your life. Be willing to hear not only what I intend to say, but also what I've already spoken. Therein lies the next word and the path onward. I seek individuals who will cut all ties to the natural world and distance themselves from it to be with me. you are not powerless. You are an important player on the cosmic stage, now in the spotlight for signs, miracles, and wonders beyond human comprehension. The cameras will roll, and satellites will send the images throughout the world. They will be stunned to silence and humbled to remorse when they see what I am doing and how I am using you. For this is the hour of my might, and you are in the crosshairs of my glory. Begin the day with a roar, not a whimper. When everything inside you fails to bless the Lord, make a strong decision to search your heart with the Lord's candle until every shred of doubt is uncovered and dealt with. You are a king's progeny, and the roar of a king resides within you. Faith is advancing, manifesting the way to life, and triumphing over all difficulties and obstacles. There is no perversion or injustice where faith reigns supreme and love triumphs. I have given you my all and made you a promise. When the enemy accuses you of being worthless, remember that my proclamation over you states that you are clean as a result of the word I spoke to you. Consider that word and accept it. Allow my word to be heard louder than all of the talking heads and media personalities. Pulling up is the order of the day, not casting down. You are not of the darkness, but of the day, and the dayspring is rising in your heart, bringing new hope and joy to the world. Wage an attritional war against the doubts and concerns that seek to eat your peace and steal your joy. Every day, win your heart by shouting, "There is a God, and I am his child." I will rejoice and sing his praises from dawn to sunset. Never allow your behavior to contradict your heartfelt beliefs. A little doubt, a little fear grows into a giant tree of disaster that towers over you unless you cut it down where it stands with words of trust and commensurate actions that cry out to the world your belief in my word. Unbelief or a victim attitude causes contamination and corruption. You were not born of a corrupt seed, but of an incorruptible seed. You will not be corrupted by disease or virus infections. You will not be disconnected in the middle of the day. You will live your life to the fullest and then retire to your bed with your testimony intact and your religious legacy a solid and worthy path for others to follow. Even amid global pandemic warfare, the soldier who opened my side and let the crimson flow down for the benefit of all humanity ensured your deliverance. My words will not be toned down or watered down because man is at his most vulnerable during the crisis. You will sit and rise with me. The valley of decision in front of you has two paths. One leads to a never-ending quagmire of futile human desperation, while the other leads to ascent. Because humanity declares, "We shall be speedy," and "We shall solve our issues, so shall he who pursues be swift." And the goalpost of improvement will continue to move until the nations of the earth cry out from the highest office, "We need a savior, and it isn't us." Then they will seek the righteousness of the just, and you will tell them, "You do not need to come to my church, but you must come to my Jesus." Are you prepared to be that voice and representative of my kingdom? Or are you hooked to the screen waiting to see what new torment the talking heads have in store for you today? Keep your faith in me, because what they say will not affect what happens to you next. Because I am monitoring you and keeping you day by day and moment by moment in a sheepfold that the world is unaware of, where you are safe and secure from all alarms. As the hymnist said, the enemy wants you to believe that this is the end of everything. Those things I've written in you, and the thoughts and visions I've breathed into you, aren't going away. They're coming to life and breathing new life beyond your wildest imaginations. Remember that every day of your life is recorded in my book, and none of them are tragedies or comedies of errors. My child, before there was a corporeal universe, you were holy and blameless before me in love. You were holy and acceptable in my sight before the first "let there be," and today you are simply carrying out my good plan. Every day of your life, the angels study those pages and work along those lines to lead you to realize and carry out the designs that were laid down and agreed upon before the foundation of the earth came into being for your benefit, increase, and promotion. The enemy does not own the kingdom. Only my hand turns the days and hours on the lathe of my purpose, bringing my plan for your life to fruition. Every thought I have for you is a thought of progress, like sparks in the darkness, soaring off the anvil of my dominion. The darkness makes or creates nothing, but I molded and fashioned you. You will not come to poverty or destitution because your provision comes from my heart of love, and your faith in that provision manifests. So, take a deep breath and relax. Do not let your heart be troubled. You are my flock, and I will never abandon you to the predators of sin or the curse that sin has placed upon the globe. You are secure, and my love protects you and assures your destiny in every manner, says the Father. As you walk in love, your religion will come to life, and you will be able to withdraw exactly what you need when you need it from the bank of heaven, because what you make happen for others, I will make happen for you. Love, my core self, is the one quantum constant that pierces the veil of the sin curse, opening a portal into limitlessness and liberation from all captivity. Every tangible item is generated and brought forth at the precise moment it is needed by the activation of trust through the law of love. By removing your earthly thoughts and putting on the mind of the Spirit, you will be able to see the cosmos from the vantage point of being seated with and in me in the heavenly regions. Because your thoughts are incapable of containing or comprehending me, you must leave your mind and enter my spirit. Failure to do so will keep you stuck in the soul plane, unable to ascend and escape the enemy's limitation. They refuse to understand the Ascension mentality, which recognizes that you cannot address a problem on its level. You must ascend to the location where I sit, and from there, you will speak the word, and the mountains and hills will obey you in my name. You will wave your hand, and the smallest world will turn on its axis, bringing life instead of death and manifesting my goodness in place of the enemy's onslaught. It is a fact that every difficulty, every defeat, contains the seed of an equal or better accomplishment. It is your responsibility to never give in to despair. The substance of things looking for is faith, which can move mountains. When there is no hope, religion becomes dormant and powerless because it lacks a goal to which it might devote itself. Refuse to give up hope. Do not exchange your hope in the marketplace of human thought for the lies that the enemy will offer you daily. It doesn't matter how things appear, because the visible parts of the world of the Spirit, where my kingdom operates, are subject to the unseen elements of the Spirit. God says it's time to capitalize on your faith's heritage and the truth of your dreams, not just to survive, but to thrive and advance when everyone else is floundering and cowering in the shadows. You are not moving from one anguish to the next. You are moving from one faith to the next, from glory to grandeur. Economies may be on hold, and society may come to a halt, but my kingdom will not. My word remains as effective as it was when there was nothing to worry about. Welcome to the collision of kingdoms, the fight between facts and truth. Facts are statements that are based on what is happening on earth. The truth is a person, and his name is Jesus. I am the one who supervises and watches over every aspect of your life, from the tiniest need to the most significant problem. Today, rest in that truth and let the facts float away like autumn leaves. I'm sealing God's servants' foreheads. The plague will not affect you, nor will death take you. I'm doing something these days that will delight every ear that hears it and surprise every eye that sees it. Men's hearts may fail them in terror over what they see on earth. You are not just another human being who was not born of my spirit. You are my cherished child. You are the one on whom I have placed my seal until the day's scourge is over.